It is up, everyone. This is Captain Eon speaking, and I'm doing so with the hopes that just all of God's goodness to me will come forth in these brief moments as an inspiration and be an inspiration to all of the body, everyone who hears, in and out of the body, and so that it will edify the Church of Christ, not just by inspiring its current members to keep going, but to also draw others into the body for His ultimate glory. Oh boy. I'm not sure if you caught on to this, and it certainly wasn't meant to be this way, but that's probably what makes it perfect. Because the more I speak, the dumber I get. You know, the weirder my talk gets, the less sense it makes. And I laughed before telling you this because I felt like in the introduction, my hope went off into that realm. And it's real timely that God is telling me about this in today's treatment. Lord, forgive me for not getting it on the first take, or it takes me a while sometimes to pick it up and to get what He's saying. But I'm grateful that He doesn't stop. And again, in chapter 13, verse 5, this is where He's confirming this, where He's speaking of a foolish person, and this is my take, and saying that, hey, silence is your wisdom. I'm also reminded of the same idea that He talks to us about in Proverbs, and in the one I'm specifically thinking of. I apologize, I don't have the actual scripture verse and chapter to reference, but in this particular proverb, he says something along the lines of even a fool that when he doesn't speak seems wise. And that's why these two come together for me. It's a line upon line thing. Not only because he says it, but like in real world application, I've realized that, you know, a lot of the quote unquote masters are very quiet people. And what I mean is, you know, I still like watching kung fu movies and things. And every time you see like the master, you know, the one that can't be beaten, the undefeated, he's usually this little old man, unassuming, that barely speaks at all. Maybe he talks like a fortune cookie, you know. He'll say like one line, and that's all he needs to say that like says everything. Also, you know, and this goes further usually with the wisdom of the age. And somewhere in this treatment today, he does mention that it's like reserved for, true wisdom is reserved for, or I guess it gets developed over time. So then, this is just a side note, that would make sense that the Ancient of Days, who is outside of time and space, would have all wisdom. If wisdom is based upon time. Anyways, as I said, that was just a side note, but the idea is that what wisdom says, or what you hear from wisdom, isn't typically what is being said. For God himself is wise in heart, as he tells us in chapter 9, verse 5 of today's treatment. And anyone who gives their ear and their heart to know knows that when his heart speaks, the only thing that is heard is his everlasting love. Caption this. A wise man uses words of gold, and that's since silence is golden. Sir.